Hi, I'm Emily Silberstein. I run the Asia business for EFL, and just say it's an honor to be here with all of these great innovators. So really, really excited. I'll tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do at EFL. We create a psychometric credit score for any entrepreneur. Lenders typically use EFL for three things: to help lend to more people, because we'll talk about how information really prevents lenders from lending to most of the unbanked population. We help lenders control their risk, and we help lenders become more efficient. Been in India for about 1.5 years now, as well as many other developing countries. So just talking about the genesis of EFL, these are small business owners. We've got somebody here in Kenya and someone here in Indonesia, and it's the same thing for entrepreneurs in India, be it in Pune or in Karnataka. There's a lot of similarities these small business owners have. They run good businesses, but they might not have very clean financials. Their financials might not be audited, and banks might not trust and rely on them. A lot of these entrepreneurs, you won't find them in a bureau. They're not going to have a CIBIL score, or if they do, they won't have very much information because they haven't been able to get much credit before. And finally, a lot of these entrepreneurs, although they're running great businesses, don't necessarily have collateral that they can use to get a bank loan. And all of these things together are creating a massive gap for small businesses that are not able to get credit. And these are businesses that create wealth and employment for our economies. See, worldwide, it's almost a $3 trillion gap. In India, it's well over $300 million of credit gap to MSMEs. And obviously, this is a big focus for the government here. To tell you a little bit about our solution, we have a psychometric test, which is predictive of credit risk. It's about a 40-minute test. It's in Hindi, Kannada, Marathi, Tamil, Urdu. We add more languages. It can be taken online or offline on a PC or a tablet, client's place of business. And we come back with a 3-digit credit score. Give you a little bit of flavor of things that we measure. What we're trying to get at is the inherent characteristics of a borrower. Borrowers often can't prove that they're good entrepreneurs, that they're trustworthy just based on their papers. They don't have the financials. They don't have the credit score. So this is another chance for borrowers to prove that they're creditworthy. So you can see questions that we ask here that are statistically related with risk. We ask questions about honesty, about your perception of how people are likely to steal. We ask about your optimism. We ask about what we call your locus of control. How much do you think you're a creator of your own destiny? So these are some of the characteristics that we look for and we find are statistically correlated with credit risk. And a few of the things I won't have time to get into, but all of these types of characteristics need to be measured to prevent gaming of borrowers and also need to be culturally adapted. So what is exact levels that we'd see in, say, Pune is going to be different than we see in Bombay, and it's going to be different in Maharashtra versus Karnataka. So all of the tool has to be locally adapted as well as a built-in prevention for gaming. Some of our global results, what you want to know is if a credit score works, particularly with these small businesses who might not have otherwise good credit information. Some of the results from around the world, and you can see if we give somebody typically a good score, they default much less than if we give somebody a bad score. See very strong similar results here in India, that people who EFL is saying has a good psychometric profile, regardless of what other information or bureau history they have, we're finding people with EFL good scores are defaulting much less than EFL bad scores. And this is helping lenders go into areas where they might not otherwise lend to, and really excited about the potential of the MSME market here in India. So,
please explain that graph again.
Yeah.
One particular
Yeah.
India graph.
So let me just take,
Take India.
I'll take this as pure lines.
India. Okay.
So let's take Indonesia. So you see here in Indonesia, if I give you an A as a credit score, which is the best, you get a 0% likelihood of default. This is real data. Give a test. We tell the bank you're an A, B, C, D. We wait to see if you repay or not, and then we see what happens. That's how you measure if a credit score is good or not. So if I give you an A, you're 0% likely to default. If I give you a D, you're 6% likely to default. The ranges differ in all countries and even within countries and within lending products. The India graph shows the exact same trends. It's just broken up in some kind of nuanced about different default timings of 30, 60, and 90 days bad here.
So what you are saying is that this credit score given by your tool is matching with the real time
Exactly.
behavior on repayment of loans, good, bad, or paid on time, not paid
Exactly.
on time. And that's the chart.
Exactly.
That's the line.
So it's highly predictive if the person's going to default or not, based on their psychometric profile. So that's who we are. We're a young company, started in 2010, and we've been expanding around the globe. India is one of our biggest focus markets. Got a team based here, and we're excited about the opportunity. So thanks for your time.
Question for clarification.
How much an entrepreneur can avail for what tenure and at what rate?
So we are a technology provider to the bank.
I see.
So just like Sybil is not in charge of your tenure and rate, neither are we. But given that we have more information for banks, we are helping folks be able to reduce the risk.
Thanks.
The rates.
Thanks.